Hey Sam, what's cold and white and comes in gallons?
What is cold and wet and comes in gallons, Bob?
A hockey team on your mom's face.
Autumn. What are we talking
All right.
about today?
Hello, friends. Robert Bevitt here, author of the Caverns Creatures series of comedy, fantasy novels, and short stories. With me is Sam West, and today we're talking about the spell Vicious Mockery.
Classic.
There.
Nailed it. Beautiful. Right for the camera. This is a Bard exclusive, as it should be. Cantrip, cast time of an action, range 60 feet. Just verbal components, as you'd expect. Duration instantaneous. You unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature you can see within range. The target can hear you, though it need not understand you, which is just delicious. It just needs to hear you. You can say whatever you want at it. It doesn't need to understand. It makes a Wisdom saving throw, or takes a D4 psychic damage. It has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. Spell damage goes up at 5th, 11th, and 17th level to 2, 3, and 44. Basically discales with the game. It's, fine and dandy and all that fun stuff. So, Bob.
Yes.
How do you feel about Vicious Mockery?
Oh, I thought you were going to hit me with one.
Oh, no.
No, I love it. All right, here's another one. Hey Sam,
yeah, Bob.
What do you get when you take the perm out of your mom's hair?
What?
The letter S. Huh?
What?
Because it used to be sperm.
Oh.
Huh? How's that for subtle?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, naturally, this is my favorite spell.
Yeah, obviously. And for all of those reasons that you just listed, which are great reasons.
I didn't list any reasons.
You did. 2 great ones. And they're just 2 opportunities to say dumb shit at the D&D table. That is why you do it, right? Like, Vicious Mockery goes on every person ever who loves the joy of insult, and especially, like, very Shakespearean bardic insult, like just telling someone they're a dumb idiot, but in a poetic way. That is where Vicious Mockery
I get compared to Shakespeare all the time.
Yeah, I see the connection. It's so obvious to me. Beyond, like, the fun factor, which I really do think elevates the spell, I think this spell more than any is like, oh, this is a party game. Vicious Mockery is a big component of why D&D is a party game. And I often think, like, it isn't talked about as such. A lot of times D&D in the general sphere is like it's a strategic role-playing tabletop down, like top-down battle map kind of game. Really, a lot of the time you're just telling dick jokes with your friends around the table with some drinks, right? And Vicious Mockery is a big proponent of that occurring. But even in the tabletop top-down, strategy game going on here, this spell is still pretty fine. D4 psychic damage, not the greatest thing in the world, but it does some damage. And more importantly, disadvantage on attack roll at a 1st or 2nd, 3rd level character. I'm super fine with that for my action. A little bit of damage, a little bit of disadvantage. Bardic Inspiration goes right alongside it, so your whole turn is a little bit more than the sum of its parts, especially in the early game. I'm pretty into that. I think it's a pretty reasonable thing to be spending your actions on.
Sure. Hey, Sam.
Yeah, Bob.
Why are dragons afraid of your mom?
I don't know why are dragons afraid of my mom, Bob.
Because they heard how effortlessly she destroys scales. Huh?
That's a really good one. That's a really good one. Oh, that's excellent. I really appreciate that the brand of humor that you chose to bring to the table today was just like high school locker room, but a little bit more, a little bit higher than that.
Have I mentioned that I'm the author of the Caverns Creatures series of comedy, fantasy novels, and short stories? You'll find that kind of humor right in here.
In spades, and it's all excellent every time.
Sorry, you were saying something?
No, I was tossing it back to you to talk about see what you felt about Vicious Mockery, and I just loved hearing more of your bits. You got another one for me?
Yeah. I got a
list?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
All right, this one's just kind of mean. All right,
hit me with it. This is supposed to deal psychic damage, Bob.
Yeah. I offered to buy your mom a drink. She told me to get in line and she'd suck one out of me.
Sure. Why not? That's
all right.
Sure. Are they exclusively your mom jokes? Do you have any other? Oh, no. All of them. Every single one is a your mom joke.
Yeah.
That's quite the cultivated list. I'm impressed with the diversity that you were able to, like, you stuck to the formula of, okay, this has to involve your mother in some way, shape, or form. Yet, I need everyone to have a different delivery. Everyone has to land slightly differently.
All right, you keep talking about the spell. My whole idea for this video was that you were playing this straight, doing the regular video stuff where you talk about it, and I keep
I'm
interrupting
done.
you.
I've talked about
Oh.
everything there is to talk about a Vicious Mockery. It's a D4 disadvantage. It's fine.
That's
The
true.
real juice of the spell is what you got going on,
All
right?
right.
Like,
all right. Here's one. I cast Dominate Beast. Your mom got the lead role.
that's like a threefer.
Huh?
It's like it's an acting joke. It's
Yeah.
a D&D joke. It's a your mom joke. That has legs. I'm into it. Sure. Yeah, why not?
All right.
I really don't want to cast this past 5th level. You really don't want to be casting this past 5th level. It's kind of yes, you do specifically. But like as a bard, you definitely would be casting for a 2nd, 3rd level spells using your actions in the mid tiers and upper tiers, which makes the spell like dip off in like how it's actually used that frequently. But this is definitely something you'll bust out in a bar and be like, okay, you see that waiter that's diffed us on our last round of drinks saying we're too intoxicated, viciously mocked and dead now. Got him. It's a thing that will sometimes occur. That's
Or,
fine. That's got
if you're in a
bit.
position to like you've got a really powerful enemy, but you've got him restrained somehow. You whittle him down with this until he dies.
Sure. That's what you want to do with Vicious Mockery, is just, oh, they're tied up and have to listen to me? Oh, it's going to be a good time.
A captive audience.
Yes.
All
Bob's preferred audience. There's some
Hey,
Vicious
Sam.
Mockery.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Bob.
What does your mom have in common with gluten?
What does my mom have in common with gluten, Bob?
A lot of people are concerned that she's inbred.
Yep. Good one. Sweet Home, Alabama. Excellent.
So, not using this past 5th level, you say?
No. It's just a D4 damage cantrip. It doesn't scale well with the game, but it does scale well with like enemy attack rolls. The reality of what ends up happening in the mid tiers, upper tiers is like you find better things to do with your actions. Bards get magical secrets. They get builds online. Swords have like they're making a multi-attack. They have doing better things with their Bane action. It's fine. It's a thing that you could occasionally use in a pinch, but I think more often than not, if you can't bonus action use it, which like maybe you take a dip into Sorcerer for Quicken Spell if you really love Vicious Mockery, and then you can like spend your sorcery points to viciously mock people if that's something that you're into. But like most of the time, I think, this is a cantrip you're casting for like 4 levels, 5 levels, if that, and then it's what most of the other cantrips in the game fall to, which is, oh, I'm never using all my spell slots anyway. In between rests, I might as well spend the higher level ones.
Okay. How's this one? Whoever said sex with your mom was worth the wait obviously wasn't underneath her.
That is a really good one.
Thank you.
Very clever. Very clever. Yes. I think this is probably a 5 out of 5. And it's mechanically like a 3 out of 5. But in a game-playing perspective, it's just such a fun spell. I don't think I've ever DM'd it for people, and they haven't had an absolute blast at least 3 or 4 times. And they're not bards like you, Bob. They don't have necessarily always the way with words to construct your mom jokes in a long list in preparation for their D&D sessions. But like, you'll normally get, at minimum, it'll be so hilariously bad of a joke that it'll be funny to everyone else around you because it just like doesn't stick to landing at all, but you're all like, having a good time, good fun with the game. And that's leading to hugely memorable moments. It makes the bard class feel so fun to use.
That's what hideous laughter is for.
Sure, that too.
Jokes that don't stick the landing. This one, I feel that you got to stick the landing. All right.
No, they don't even understand you. It always is the second.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Man, I'm pearls before swine. How about this? All right. The only thing your mom's milkshake brings to the yard is trimmers. Nah, yeah.
Less impressed. Less impressed.
Okay. All right, one more.
Okay.
Here we go. Never trust an evil wizard. I asked him to make me a portable hole, so he polymorphed me into your mom.
The D&D ones do get me. That's pretty solid, even though that's not how polymorph works.
All right. Yeah, that's all I feel safe doing.
Okay, good. Do you want to rate this too, or you've got one more for me?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, 5 out of 5. Absolutely.
Excellent.
And this list I'm reading from, this you can find these in the shorts way back in the archives. I did like 50 of these, so you can find the ones I feel questionable
You
about
voice
now.
acted them too.
Yes.
You
All
did.
right, you remember these?
I do. Your goblin voice is something else.
Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Okay.
All right, that was Vicious Mockery. Thank you, Sam. Thanks for taking that beating for me.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. And thank you, dear viewers, for watching and listening. And let us know what you think in the comments. And yeah, give us some more vicious mockeries of your own. Let us have it.
Yeah.
All right,
Monetize
like
us via comment section.
No, all right, don't do that. I might actually have to turn comments off on this one. All right, we'll find
you
out.
opened this video with a sperm joke, and you think demonetization is still on the off the table?
Whoa. That depends on your interpretation.
Okay, sure.
All right. Yeah, that was Vicious Mockery. Like, subscribe. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, informative, or entertaining, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button below. You needn't smash it, a gentle tap will suffice. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. And make sure you check out the links in the description where you'll find my Caverns Creatures series of comedy fantasy novels, Sam's full review of The Spell, and other fun things.